Does the Bambu P1P poop? Interesting. I was wondering that before I bought it, and because it's usually a single color, unless you buy the AMS, I wasn't sure if it would poop much, but yes, it does. Every single time you start a print, it purges. So I printed off the poop chute. This thing printed in no time, chucked a few magnets in it, pointed it at a garbage can. Works great. You're gonna need it. I bought a high temperature plate from Bambu for my P1P, and I was wondering where I could store my original PEI plate that came with it, and seems to work perfectly fine. It just had the bed go all the way down and come all the way up, and it is underneath. There's these little tabs. It still makes it underneath there, so it's a quick, easy place to store it. There you go, tip of the day. So I thought I should test how the Bambu Lab P1P does printing text. So I downloaded a sample off of Thingiverse. I can't remember the fellow's name, but I'll try and credit it below. And I did it in a 2-color. Hopefully this shows up okay. Font size 4 is pretty readable. Font size 3, sketchy. 2 doesn't even work, but I'm pretty impressed with it. That's with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. I tried doing dual color on the Bambu P1P without an AMS unit, as you can see here. And so in the slicer I inserted a pause at a certain layer height so that I could swap filament. Went into the menu, did the filament swap out, and then it just sat there when I hit play again and it wouldn't resume. So I ended up shutting the printer off, kind of mimicking a power failure, turning it back on, hitting play, and it worked. So yeah, worked out pretty good, except for that little hiccup. So if you're like me, when I was ordering my Bambu printer, I didn't know how to get hold of the engineering plate. And to make it really clear, the engineering plate is the base for the high temp plate, the cool plate, all those other things. Those are just stickers that go on top of the Bambu engineering plate. So if you order any of those, one side is the engineering plate, the other side is whatever you get. I got the high temperature plate because I like to do PLA and PETG and sometimes ABS, and I'm going to try some TPU. So hope that helps. Hairspray. This is what I love to use on every build surface. I learned it with my Ender 3 on glass plate. I don't even use the textured side of the glass plate, just the glass plate with that, and everything seems to stick quite nicely to it. So I've actually used it on the textured PEI plate on my P1P that came with it, and it works great. And I've also used it on the high temp plate so far with PETG. It works perfect, doesn't seem to cause any damage, and the prints held wonderfully, and then they released really well when it cooled down. So yes, you can use hairspray on there. As far as what hairspray, I just kind of grabbed whatever extra strength stuff that the wife doesn't like to use anymore. So yeah, so that's the easiest way. We're going to test the filament runout on the Bambu P1P. As you can see, I don't have a whole bunch left on this spool, so we're going to print a chest piece, and it should fail partly in the middle of doing it. So let's watch some time lapse and see how it goes. Well, I didn't run out of filament, so I'm going to try another print and hopefully we'll run out this time. Okay, we just ran out of filament, so I'm going to load some more and see how that works. It is cooling down. So I just put filament in and hit play again. And now it's heating up, and we'll see if it continues. Yeah, so all I had to do was feed filament back in, hit play on the main screen, and it continued on. Let's see if we can notice a layer line later. Let's continue on with the time lapse. There we go. Successful print. Let's take it off and take a look. Looks pretty good. I cannot tell where the line is that it resumed at. I really can't. Maybe a little bit right there, but I've seen worse blemishes on prints that didn't run out of filament in the middle. So yeah, there you go. So another little interesting thing about the Bambu P1P, if you have the camera accessory installed, the live feed works when you're on the same network, but when I go home, because my printer is at my office, when I go home I cannot monitor it over the internet on my phone or on my computer either, which kind of sucks. I think there's some little workarounds, but as of right now, it doesn't work off-site. Now you know.